Hey, what's good? Blessed day, Grateful Gas family. Welcome into the Grateful Gas Sports Huddle. Y'all already know what time it is. Here alongside myself, I'm talking about alongside myself. Here alongside my cousin Mad Matt from the Just Unconventional Podcast. Make sure y'all go tune in, check them out. Great episodes every time he drop. We just actually posted one this past Tuesday. Pretty good information, pretty good conversation. So please go check them out, turn them up. Again, Just Unconventional Podcast is where you can find my co-host Mad Matt. But before we get into the Sports Huddle rundown today, going to get directly into the daily verse. Then we're going to cover the rundown, and then we'll get into it. There's a lot been going on. There's a lot been going on in the sports world, and we're ready to put it on record, have some good conversations. Put our opinions out there in the world, and see where the chips lie. But daily verse for the day of July 4th, 2024. Derives from the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 30, and it states as follows. Then I was beside him as a master worker. I was the one he was especially fond of day by day. I rejoiced before him all the time. Amen. And again, it's from the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 30. And this morning, ladies and gentlemen, for the Sports Huddle Rundown, we're going to be kicking off with NBA offseason information, looking forward to the Summer League, Big Three recap, Major League Baseball, WNBA information, NFL news, what's happening in wrestling, and we're going to look forward to the Summer Olympics, some things we look out for, some history that's been happening, that's been made, all that good stuff. So we're going to turn it over to Mad Matt here. We're going to kick it off with some NBA talk. We're going to kind of start off where we left off with his episode from Tuesday. On Just Unconventional, we kind of closed it on, talking about the NBA and the things that are happening around the Hawks organization and just the NBA in general. So it's been a lot of information, and I'm looking forward to discussing this, and we're going to have Mad Matt take over and see what we got.
All right. Well, it has been a very busy week. One thing I actually just found out is that Bronny's going to spend most of his time in the G League. Like, I just read that while you were speaking. So for the people that, worried about Bronny getting his spot on the roster and everything, they say he's going to spend a lot of his time in the G League, which I think is perfectly fine. There's been a lot of extensions going around. We know Donovan Mitchell signed his extension. The Celtics, they basically have $1 billion lineup. If I'm correct, I actually got everybody that's in the starting lineup and how much they getting paid. They basically got $1 billion lineup going around, which is crazy. 1 second.
Hey, shout out to Kemba Walker too. Kemba Walker retired the other day.
Oh yeah, he joined the Hornets staff yesterday.
Yeah, he returned to the Hornets as a coach on the staff. Yeah. Well,
hey man, people don't know. They need to look up some footage on Kemba Walker. He was a monster.
Yeah, facts.
And I tell you, one thing I did love was summertime. It hit him going to play at all these little summits around the country during the summertime. Yeah, those things you can catch the highlights on YouTube. They were crazy. That man was a whole baller right there.
Kimba,
I'm sorry, what?
No, Kimba definitely was a bucket. Kimba Walker was for sure a bucket. And it's kind of crazy how, after that stint with the Celtics, he just got withered out of the NBA for real. I don't even remember him playing for a team after the Celtics, not in the NBA. I know he played overseas.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, but still, congratulations to him, man. What a career. National champion. Didn't really have the NBA career he wanted, but still was successful. He wasn't a champion, but he played at a high level. Pretty sure he got a couple of All-Star bids.
4 All-Star bids.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, Jason Tatum, he got his contract, $314 million. That's all the way through 2030. Then they also signed Derek White, if I was correct. They locked him up, gave him 126. They have a close to $1 billion lineup. Their whole starting lineup comes out to be $919 million. So they trying to build them a dynasty, but whether it be a dynasty and all that is to be determined. Paul George is done with his time with the Clippers. Like, I'm not surprised. I've been over the whole thing with the Clippers for like the past 2 years. I haven't really watched any Clippers games. I don't even want to get into all that about the Clippers, dog. I don't even want to get into all that about them and their madness. They just, ooh boy, you want to talk about a team that pissed me off? Like, I started really like following them back when Blake Griffin came in. So that's how this fandom started with me. And then the owner, I keep forgetting his name. Was it Steve Ballmer? I just kind of feel like, how do you not want to win for that guy? Like he's doing everything he can. He's getting a new stadium. He brings a whole bunch of energy. He spends money, but it is what it is. But Paul George got us. I don't think it was a sign and trade. I'm gonna go back and double check that.
No, I
But
just think he was a free agent.
and
I
they didn't
believe.
get a sign and trade. That's a
Yeah.
bad.
Let me see. Yeah.
They should have got that. But he's off to play with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, who just got his extension. Man, money is basically just going around in the NBA right now. Then one of the biggest news. Well, before I even get to that, LeBron James signed his max extension as of yesterday. I believe it's for 104 for 2 years with the option to opt out next year. So we're basically gonna be back around to doing this again next year and seeing who he can grab. But I don't know how we got here because they was trying to get DeMar DeRozan, and then like 8 hours before this man did this, they was trying to get DeMar DeRozan, and I don't know what's going on with that now. But Klay Thompson is on his way to Dallas,
That's
and
crazy.
he's only taking $50 million, which lets you know that he's playing for a championship, because that's a big pay cut. I think it's like 3-4 years for only $50 million.
Yeah, 'cause
And
I
you
think
know that he was going to get more of that with the Warriors.
I think the Warriors tried to offer him 2 years for $48 million a couple years back, and he declined it. He declined that. So, but I think it's just a fit for him. Like you said, he's had such a successful career. The earnings is probably out the roof. Easily on the court and off the court investment, especially being a champion. You know what I mean? He light skinned too. I know a lot of endorsement companies want to see Klay Thompson in their stuff. So I'm pretty sure his earnings have been, fairly well. And like you said, he just want to compete at a high level, man. Just want to be a champion again. And he see the best way of doing that is with the Mavericks, and he definitely boosts their team, tremendously for sure. So I think that was one of my most shocking off-season moves. Him just becoming a part of that Mavericks organization, just seeing Klay Thompson in a different uniform, just knowing what he meant to Golden State in the Bay Area. Just know, he was a splash bro, and he'll always be a splash brother. We'll always remember Klay Thompson and Steph Curry as a splash brothers. Probably the best ever shooting duo since Ray Allen and what's my boy there from the Supersonics?
Dang,
Rashad, what's his name? Not
Dang.
It wasn't Rashad Allen. What's his name?
No, it wasn't Rashad Allen, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm like,
shooter. Dang,
yeah, that was one of my favorite shooters.
I might look it up now. Yeah, but since like the best shooting duo since those guys.
I can't remember that guy's name, man, because that duo was something else with the Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah.
Where that roster at?
Yeah, Ray Allen. I cannot remember his name. Like we used to run with him all the time growing up. He was a beast too. I can't think of his name right now.
This is Rashard Lewis.
Oh, I think okay, Lewis. Okay, I'm saying Rashad Allen, but yeah, Rashad Lewis. Yeah, bro, the bucket. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be cool to see, Klay and Kyrie working in practice. We ain't gonna be able to see that, but you're gonna see the results from Klay defense when he become better by guarding Kyrie in practice all the time.
Oh,
he's gonna be definitely, he's gonna be much better. Yeah, Rashard Lewis. Yeah, bro, was a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Straight 3-pointers.
Shoot, I'm over here actually looking down this list to see if any other big signings has happened. I feel like we really, like, with everything that's already happened, we kind of just now really scratching the iceberg, because the Bulls want to offload. They want to offload both Levine and DeMar DeRozan, and they might offload they might offload Ball too. So it's like they're trying to do a rebuild.
Well, they need to offload their center. Let's trade. I'll take Vukic. Let's trade.
I'll take him too.
Yeah, bro, bucket. Let's trade.
Capella.
Yeah, get him out of there. Get Capella out of there. Package him up. I just need a good center, man. Like somebody that's a veteran, kind of proven in the league, and still got some youth, that got upside. I don't need nobody who going, who withering out the next 2-3 seasons. But
And there was a lot of people out there this year, like Mo Bamba. He got picked up. Isaiah Hartenstein. I thought that we would have tried to get him. We didn't go after him. Who was it? Valanciunas from the Pelicans. I think he just signed with who?
I ain't want him. You didn't want him? He's not as athletic as like some of these younger cats. Some of these younger.
You want somebody that's gonna spread that. Well, you got a point though. You need somebody that's gonna spread that floor and then also knock down a three every now and then.
Yes, I need you to spread the floor. If Brook Lopez is spreading the floor, bro, a lot of these other centers can spread the floor. Okay, like come on, man. And he not athletic, but he can shoot the ball though. He can shoot the three. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta respect it, cause he'll knock some three down. You know what I mean? So you just can't leave him open. But we need somebody who can spread the floor at the 5 position for sure. Go ahead, cousin.
I'm not about to say it's like, man, it just kind of like really just aggravates me. Like I really want to know. I'm kind of like you. I want to know what's going on in this front office because they saying that we've been trying to trade Capella and Hunter, but we haven't liked the deals that other teams are giving us. I'm like, what's the deals?
Exactly.
What are you trying to get back for these players? You're not about to go and get an all-star, man.
You're not getting an all-star back.
You had a chance for that. You traded him for nothing.
We ain't, boy, I don't want to talk about the Hawks, but baby, boy, you know.
I gotta wonder what they doing here, man, because every time I look online and I look up, Hawks free agent 2024, I don't see nothing about them talking to any players, about them trying to make any moves. And I'm watching all these centers that apparently last year had some of their best years shooting threes, and they could get rebounds, and they blocking shots. And we just kind of sitting here twiddling our fingers playing with Hot Wheels. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. It's getting out of hand here. It's so many players going off the board that's needed. Especially you said we need a big man. You got big men out here going off. They flying, just going to teams for $3-4 million. I feel like we can scratch up $3-4 million.
Fact. I just think the Hawks front office need to do a lot of reevaluating, a lot of just a lot of self-evaluation for sure. Because like I said, what are we doing? I don't know. Like I said, I was talking to you the other day on just unconventional and how, obviously they think they got it correct with Ricochet to let go of DeJounte Murray. You know what I mean? Like I said, who had a career year of his NBA career. He had his best year as a pro in the Atlanta uniform. Now he's with New Orleans, and I wish him the best. He's looking like he's enjoying it. He just loves basketball. You can definitely tell he loves that. And I think embracing Atlanta has helped them be able to move to a city like New Orleans, who has the same type of culture almost, the same type of feel, love for the city. But yeah, man, just truly disappointing to see that. And then again, with the roster we have currently at the moment, Kobe Buffkin is the second point guard behind Trae Young. Shooting guards is Bogdanovich, Ricochet. I think Seth Lundy was up there. Then the small fours were
Jalen Johnson,
DeAndre Hunter. I think it was one more person up there. I don't think it was Sadiq Bey because I think he's in.
We declined his option.
I about to say we declined him. So
another questionable move.
Exactly. He's whatever. And then at the power forward position we had a Kungu, and I believe Bruno Fernando. Mm-hmm. And then I think the center was just Clint Capella. And that roster doesn't definitely sound like a competitive roster. Somebody who's trying to go compete and win a championship in the East. It sounds better.
Sound like a 4 and 5 roster because I'm like sitting here looking at Atlanta. They either gonna be in the play-in or they stick around that 4 and 5 spot. This don't even sound like a 4 and 5 roster.
Yeah, no, they definitely sound at the bottom roster. We shall see. Like I said, it's early in the off season. I expect some moves to happen today. It always happens when we get out the podcast. It's something that's going on. So be on the lookout too, y'all. We're gonna start going live in the future here. We're gonna go live. I will record. That's gonna be pretty cool. And we're gonna just be on the lookout for more growth on the Sports Huddle as we go down the line. We're gonna have more videos, that type of stuff. So just be on the lookout, man. I'm excited for it, and I'm just Yes, sir.
My bad, dog.
You good?
I'll tell you one thing. You told me about this second pick we had, Nikolai Zhirshik or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched any footage on him?
Yeah, bro, like a bucket.
But I like his game.
Bro, like a bucket. I ain't gonna tell you no falsehood. He looked like a better player overall than Ricochet was on film. It's on film. This is on film to me. Okay.
I see why you'll say that on film, but I done probably put in like a couple hours, not enough to be called a high level scouter, but just probably about a good 5 to 7 hours of footage watching on Zachary Ricochet and just digging up anything I could possibly find, because I'm like, what does the media not want to tell me about this kid? I like some of the stuff I found. I know the areas of the game they want to work on, But it's the mental part of his game that I like some of the stuff that I found.
Okay.
Yeah,
He,
you said what?
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm like you tell me a kid because like I know his stat line don't really pop off the board for anybody. Then you over here playing in the Europe, you playing in Europe and all these different leagues, and they grown men leagues. He ain't playing around with just like the kids, people his age. He up there playing with high competition in the grown men leagues. But it's like, yeah, 10, 11 points a game don't pop off the board, and then it's like his 3-point shooting is good. Him being able to score in transition is good, but he admits himself that his area of weakness is his dribbling. I like a player that knows his flaws, so that means you're gonna work on them instead of thinking that you're already the package. So he coming in knowing he got work to do, and then he's not afraid of like competition. One thing I was watching in this video, the guy was talking about how when they played tougher competition throughout like the Euro Cup and stuff, he elevated his game to match it. So you not being afraid of playing tougher competition, that's a good sign to me personally, because I know when it come around to playing teams like the Knicks or playing the Celtics or the 76ers, you're not going to try to shy away from those moments. You're going to embrace it and attack those moments.
Yeah, I want to do that every game, attack every game like that, no matter who we play. Like,
Yeah.
the standard of your game should be your standard. Like LeBron James don't play down or up to nobody. He just play his game. And that's what I want for Ricochet. And like you said, I did see some good things on film from him. His IQ, his vision on the court looked good. You know what I'm saying? Good passing, strong passer. But I want to, like I said, I'm just ready to see how he translate and how he plays on an NBA court. How he plays with other NBA talent. So I'm excited for it, and I think he'll do good, man. But he just got to prove it to us. And like I said, we want our hopes to be high. And I was disappointed when we didn't get Alex, but can't. We got to look forward to the future. And Alex not the future for us. Ricochet is. So getting around these guys, and I'm glad we got a lot of young guys on the team too. Like you said, Jalen Johnson, even Trae Young. Trae Young's still kind of younger. You know what I mean? Even though he's a veteran, he's been in the league a while, but you got these younger guys, a Kongwu, these younger players on the team who've been thrusted into positions and played at a high level. You know what I mean? So
That might be what we see next year. I ain't gonna lie.
What?
You said we really ain't making no moves, and when people don't make moves, like how I feel like you said, we need this and we need that. When teams don't make moves to kind of like improve in certain areas, that to me that looks like you're saying I'm gonna bet on what I have, and then at the trade deadline we're gonna be saying here like, dang, we probably should have grabbed the guy. Let's see if I can go grab someone. But I feel like they about to try to walk in this season and bet on what they have. Like I know you bring up Kobe Buffkin. And I'm like, all right, so y'all really ain't out here doing much. You tell us. So is he about to come off the bench? Y'all gonna say, all right, we're gonna bet on your development? Are y'all gonna get rid of Clint Capella and put Okongwu down there at the 5 and say we're gonna bet on your development? I was like, what are we just gonna bet on everybody's development and not get? Can we at least get a veteran piece? Like you always say, like a veteran piece though. We need one guy that's gonna keep everybody head straight. Cause we do have a lot of young people, like you said. But oh yeah, and by the way, Ricochet and Sar, they go head to head in the summer league on the 8th, I believe.
I'm gonna be locked in. No, but we're gonna be definitely talking about the summer league. Also, what we're looking forward to. But let's finish here with the new offseason news for the NBA. We had Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles, he signed a 1-year contract with the Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves are putting more shooters around Anthony Edwards and those gentlemen over there. Also, Alec Burks, a former New York Knicks. He signed a 1-year contract with the Miami Heat. So the Miami Heat are getting a defender, pretty good defender. A guy who can score if need be, and so that's going to be a pretty good culture, pretty good player for him to be in. For a pretty good player to be in that culture, to be able to learn and work. So I'm excited for him in that aspect. That's pretty much it right now. Like I said, Bronny signed his 4-year contract, worth close to $8 million. Like you said, he'll be up and down between the G League and the NBA roster, but he's for sure coming up to the regular NBA roster in a couple months. Now he ain't gonna be down that long because his father want him to play. His father want him to play with one another. But I like you said, I like the idea of having him go down there and work against some guys who've been in the professional realm for a while to see how he translate with the speed and that type of stuff. So it's gonna be cool to see. And then moving. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say two things before we move on to the next section. I believe his name is Teron Prince. He just signed with the Bucks, and it's coming out that the Lakers are reluctant to give out a first round pick in order to bring in a next level star.
Well, okay, let's go back. What veteran piece do you think the Hawks need?
Oh, veteran piece. I think the Hawks need, and they already gone. I wish we would have got. You say you don't want Valanciunas, which I understand that. You say he ain't gonna space that floor, but we could have got Isaiah Hartenstein. This man went to the OKC. We could have got him. I would have took Mo Bamba. Like I would have took a big. Like give me some depth at big. We could have got two bigs for like a very low price and just alternate them throughout the season as starters.
Harstein out of the Knicks, who see now he's not a spread the floor center, but he is an athletic young center. So I would have took that also.
Yeah.
Like a Kongu has that mix of he has a dominant presence in the paint, but he can come outside and shoot 3-pointers too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I like a Kongu game. I saw that early when we had drafted him years ago out of USC. I seen his game and how it translated to the NBA court, and he did good. And he's been doing that still at a consistent level. You know what I mean? Like with unstarting minutes. Like he hasn't. I'm pretty sure he started a couple games yet, but he hasn't like been a solidified starter in the team yet. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for him to really, get an opportunity to get big minutes in the game. 28, 30 minutes. Let me see how many minutes he averaged his career. Probably like 22.
Like the Hawks went on I think it was like a 10-game winning streak last year when Trey was out and DeJounte was running point. They had like a large. They starting five was just massive. They were big and they were defensive. He was playing great ball. They had him a couple doubles in that time period, but he played some great ball when he was starting out there for the Hawks.
He a hooper, man.
Yeah, so that's a guy that they probably banking on his development, but still, man, we still got to get some depth. Our bench ain't looking the best, and we need some bigs down in the paint.
Yeah, his career minutes is 20.8 minutes, but he averaged 25 last year. But with that 25, he played 55 games last year. 25 minutes, he averaged 10 points, 6.8 rebounds. You know what I mean? Like, so that's not playing the whole season. He hasn't even played the whole season yet. The most games he's played in one season is 80 games. That was last year. But other than that, he's played 50, 55, and 48 games. And he's averaged, 10, 9, 8, and 4 points in those time frames. But like I said, I just think, you give him 30, 36, 35 minutes a game, that 10.2 going to turn to about 16, 17. That 6.8 rebound going to turn into about 11. You know what I mean? Like, so he going to average a double-double for sure. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, just the spread aspect of the floor, I want him to be. He can spread the floor. So you think our veteran piece is center? I thought that piece we just needed a center anyway. Even with youth, I just think we needed something there for the future to go to, to build on. But yeah, that's definitely a position we need. I think we need a good power forward too, like a solidified power forward, like somebody like let's see. Who a power forward in the game and been doing it at a high level for a long time. Not too long.
I remember you said something about Sabonis from Sacramento.
Yes, bro. I want him as our center. I kind
of find it interesting that you say that because Laurie McCarkin, I can't pronounce his last name, but from Utah.
Oh yeah, the shooter guard. Yeah, the shooter. Yeah, Laurie Markerin.
Yeah, like he's on the trade block right now. They're trying to find a way to move him. But the Kings is also in the talks to get him as well. And I'm just sitting here and I'm just kind of like, okay, well, I don't know how that'll work out with him and Sabonis. But if that happens right there, if I was the Hawks, I probably would call Sacramento and be like, y'all trying to move Sabonis.
Man, the Hawks, the front office is not it, man. But
it ain't it. I'm already coming to that conclusion.
I'm not gonna continue to expect high things from them until they show me, Honestly, like I said, the Richard Shea pick wasn't the pick that Atlanta thought we was going to do. I think the favorite, best player in the draft, hands down, was Alex Sarr. Just for the potential and for what he's already shown, for the immediate impact he could have in the league. But, they think they got it right with Richard Shea, so I'm believing in them. And I'm seeing, I'm trusting in their process and trusting that they're going to put this gentleman in the best predicament to be successful. So we shall see. But then moving on towards the Summer League, like I said, Summer League action, we're going to be looking forward to that. I believe Summer League starts next week. Let's get Summer League pulled up here. Summer League 2024 Summer League 2024, yeah, will start the sixth, so this weekend. So it's gonna be the 6th through.
And they always break it up into different leagues. I
Yeah,
believe in
so
the summer
okay.
league.
So this is what we got. So you got different areas of the summer league. So you got the California Classic Summer League, which is going to be the 6th, 7th, and 8th. I mean 6th, 7th, and 9th in Sacramento, and then also you have another California Classic Summer League that's going to be in San Francisco on the 6th, 7th, and the 10th, and then you will have the Salt Lake City Summer League, which will be July 8th through the 10th. I don't even remember all these different leagues. I don't, you know what I mean? So I don't know if it's something new that they doing this year, but I don't remember all this.
No,
But I know
Salt
the
Lake
one
City
in,
always had one.
but I know the one in Vegas is always every year, and that's going to be the NBA 2K25 Summer League, which is going to be July 12th through the 22nd. So I know you mentioned, I guess, in the Salt Lake City Summer League that Ricochet and Alex Starr will play on July 8th. So again, this is all coming up this weekend here. So on Saturday on the Sports Huddle, I should have a better schedule and where you can find these games and stuff like that. And then we'll go from there. But again, be on the lookout for the summer league, man. I was super stoked last year for the summer league. It was a lot of good games, a lot of good draft picks, very competitive last year. So I'm looking to see how the competition translates this year, and to see guys like Sarr and Ricochet and Nelt. Nelt out of Kelt, whatever his name is, out of
Dalton Nelt.
Yeah, from the Lakers, and then even Bronny. See Bronny on the court. See a lot of these guys we got picked up this year. The gentleman out of Purdue, the big guy.
Zach Edey.
Yeah, Zach Edey, all these guys. Him going and battling against whatever his name is, out of
Donovan
Clingan. I'm over here just giving these guys names, but they know
it's
what
early
I'm
in the
talking
morning,
about.
dog.
They know what I'm talking about. But, I'm definitely, as their career goes along, I'm definitely going to continue to remember their names, and I'll definitely be following those guys. And then even to see the young bull from Kentucky, Rob Dillon, what's his name? I can't think of the name. Point guard who went to the Timberwolves. Rob, I think Rob his first name.
Was it Holland? Let me double check it.
It's point guard. I believe Rob Dillingham. Yeah, Rob
Dillingham.
Yeah, Rob Dillingham. So even seeing him,
I'm excited for, I can't lie, Terrence Shannon Jr., dog.
Okay.
I'm excited for him. I'm glad he got drafted. He had him a little scared before the draft. That's the only thing that's basically plummeted his draft stock, because if it wasn't for that whole situation at the bar that they cleared up, he probably would have went in the first round. He probably would have went higher in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's a walking bucket right there. So I just can't wait. I feel like this year, cause I know we got to move on to these other segments, but
are we good?
Okay, all right, cool. But I feel like this year is probably one of the most for me, one of the most anticipated summer leagues, because while everybody was getting drafted, people were just sitting here like, who is that guy? Who is this guy? And I'm like, there was a lot of people that was getting buckets in men's college basketball last year. It just, nobody really found it as exciting as it used to be, I guess. I don't know, whatever reasons they want to claim. But they're going to see a lot of these guys that they was ignoring in college last year. They're gonna put on a little show. I feel like Terrence Shannon, he going to put on the show, because he was a walking bucket in college.
Especially teaming up with Anthony Edwards, that young work ethic drive. They see him and how young he is and being dominant. Them guys are going to want to come in and learn it and be a part of that. And I think they're going to definitely boost that team. Two young guys, like I said, Rob Dillingham and this gentleman, Terry Shannon? Yeah, Terry
Shannon Jr.? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So them guys going to be, definitely put in great, situations, even with their coaching staff up there in Minnesota. So, yeah, but be on the lookout, y'all. Be on the lookout. Like I said, Summer League 2024 is looking to be interesting once again. So we'll have coverage as it continues to go forth, and updates and things of that nature. And then moving on to the Big Three recap from last week. They were in Baltimore, so shout out to B-Mo. You know what I'm saying? In the Big Three League, schedule is as follows. Well, not schedule, but recap from last week. Moving pretty fast too, man. We about to be in week 4 already? Week 3.
Man, bro, things move fast when you having fun, dog.
Yeah, we were in we about to be in week 4.
Sports has been pretty fun and entertaining this summer. I can't even lie. Like, it's been very entertaining this summer. Normally summers be like your little dead periods, but everything is pretty popping. Yeah, so everything is moving fast. Like, look at the UFL. That thing went over before we knew it.
Facts gone out of there. No, I'm excited. I'm excited though. But so week 3 of the Big Three was as follows. We had Bivouac defeat Three-Headed Monsters 51-45. We had the Triplets defeat Power 51-30. The Ghost Ballers defeated Ball Hogs 51-47. We had Tri-State defeat Killer Threes 50-34. We had the Enemies defeat the Aliens 51-44. And we had Threes Company defeat Trilogy 50-44. So this week 4 will be out of, let's see what they're going to be at week 4. They're going to be in Newark, New Jersey this week coming up. So if y'all looking to be a part of the Big Three League, go support them. They're going to be in Newark actually this Sunday, and I will have the full schedule for week 4 on Saturday, Sports Huddle. So make sure y'all tune into that and be on the lookout for Big Three. Shout out to Ice Cube and all those guys over there doing great things in the Big Three. Also, again, looking forward to the Unrivaled League, the female version of the Big Three. Looking forward to that and how that's going to continue to impact and grow women's sports in general and women's basketball. So I'm looking forward to that. Moving on to Major League Baseball updates from this week. We're going to move it back to Monday games. Monday games, July 1st. We had the Astros defeat the Blue Jays 3-1. We had the Mets defeat the Nationals 9-7. And we had the Rockies defeat the Brewers 8-7. Y'all hear my woodpecker?
That's Chippy. I hear that, man.
That's Chippy.
I got one in my yard too.
That's my guy. He gonna move. He gonna move with me. That's my guy. His name Chippy. That's what we named him. He always come back. Then on Tuesday, July 2nd, we had the Giants defeat the Braves 5-3. The Red Sox defeated the Marlins 8-3. The Guardians over the White Sox 7-6. The Cardinals defeated the Pirates 7-4. The Mets defeated the Nationals 7-2. The Reds defeated the Yankees 5-4. The Blue Jays defeated the Astros 7-6. The Twins defeated the Tigers 5-3. The Phillies over the Cubs 6-4. The Rangers over the Padres 7-0. The Rays over the Royals 5-1. The Brewers over the Rockies 4-3. The Athletics over the Angels 7-5. The Orioles defeated the Mariners 2-0, and the Dodgers defeated the Diamondbacks 6-5. Recap of last night's games, July 3rd. We had the Braves defeat the Giants 3-1. The Red Sox over the Marlins 7-2. The White Sox defeated the Guardians 8-2. The Pirates defeated the Cardinals 5-4. The Nationals over the Mets 7-5. The Reds defeated the Yankees 3-2. The Astros defeated the Blue Jays 9-2. The Phillies over the Cubs 5-3. The Padres defeated the Rangers 6-4. The Tigers over the Twins 9-2. The Royals defeated the Rays 4-2. The Brewers defeated the Rockies 3-0. The Athletics over the Angels 5-0. The Diamondbacks defeated the Dodgers 12-4. And the Orioles defeated the Mariners 4-1. For today's games kicking off at 11 o'clock, we have the Nationals hosting the Mets. The Pirates hosting the Cardinals. The Reds going up against the Yankees. The Blue Jays hosting the Astros. The Red Sox going up against the Marlins. The Guardians hosting the White Sox. The Twins hosting the Tigers. The Phillies going up against the Cubs. We got the Braves hosting the Giants. We got the Angels going up against the Athletics. The Rangers hosting the Padres. The Mariners hosting the Orioles. The Brewers going up against the Rockies. The Royals versus the Rays. And the Dodgers are hosting the Diamondbacks. For Friday games, July 5th, we got the Cubs hosting the Angels. The Mets going up against the Pirates. The Nationals going up against the Cardinals. The Yankees hosting the Red Sox. The Braves hosting the Phillies. Come on, we need to win this series.
Yep.
The Marlins versus the White Sox. The Reds hosting the Tigers. The Guardians going up against the Giants. The Rays going up against the Rangers. The Twins hosting the Astros. The Rockies hosting the Royals. The Diamondbacks going up against the Padres. The Athletics hosting the Orioles. The Blue Jays going up against the Mariners. And the Dodgers are hosting the Brewers. You know, I'm honestly hoping that the Hawks have like a wild card slot. Because it seems like they play better baseball when they have to be the underdogs.
You mean the Braves? You call the Braves the Hawks.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Braves. I'm sorry. You know what I meant. Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
The Hawks, they must be talking about me because I'm on it. They on my mind.
They gonna
But no,
they gonna come and get you so you can fix their roster.
well, nah, I don't want to fix the roster. I want to fix the whole organization. Just get on everybody. Nah, but I do want to fix the roster though for sure. I definitely, just sit down. I'm pretty sure they're doing that. They're professional, you know, employers. Obviously, they employed by professional teams, and hopefully the Atlanta individuals feel like they're doing the right thing up there. But I'm not a professional scout or anything like that. I just have an eye for sports, and I just think pieces need to be put in place to be competitive and win, especially how the league is going now and how the East is super stacked now. Like we're literally at the bottom of talent wise for the roster. You know what I mean? From starters to even bench, and when I don't like that. But they in the beginning of the segment. We're gonna lead them up there. But yes, I meant the Braves, yeah, because like the last couple of years, the Braves have gotten to the postseason. They've been favorites. They've been National League East champions and all this type of stuff. But they've gotten to the playoffs and did horrible. But the years we get to the World Series or we get far in the playoffs, we are underdogs. So hopefully that gives them some type of boost this year to not have played the best baseball they wanted to. They started off hot. Had a pretty bad slid in the middle of the season, and they're looking to starting to play their best baseball. It seems like right now, which is a good thing as we continue to go forth and reach October. They want to be playing their best baseball, and hopefully, that resonates with them, and they're in a position to, again, be an underdog so they can work harder. I think it's going to help them out. So that's my opinion. But hopefully, we shall see. Moving on to the WNBA, super excited to talk about the WNBA. Been a lot of great things going around the WNBA since basically the draft. The draft is kicked off, and then the season has just definitely hasn't been disappointing. But we had the All-Star selections out. Shout out to Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Both of those young ladies made their first ever All-Star appearance in their first ever year in their rookie seasons. So it just really an example of how that work ethic has paid off. Both of those young ladies, since they got in the league, have just been, putting their teams on their back and just trying to do anything they can to help their teams win. And the WNBA has noticed that, and it's just truly awesome to see these young ladies, work be rewarded. And I know this is just something to them that, they're going to continue to work hard to do to continue to, put themselves in this position to be all-stars every season, because now they've set the bar high. And now only thing they can do is continue to climb higher and higher. So I'm excited for those young ladies, and congratulations again to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese on their All-Star selections.
Hey, yo, man.
Yes, sir.
Just for the fans, bro, y'all make sure y'all check out that Grateful Gap podcast, bro. This is where y'all need to be for WNBA news. Because, I just got to say that. Because I listen to you talk about this. It ain't no division or none of this crazy stuff that I constantly hear, because I'm realizing that I don't have a problem with Caitlin Clark. I have a problem with the media and how they kind of doing the WNBA. I don't appreciate it. I just don't. How the media does the WNBA, not Caitlin Clark. All she doing is playing basketball. I could say other stuff about that, but I'm going to leave that alone. But listen to the Grateful Gab podcast from sports hosts for the WNBA. We ain't out here telling women to be grateful and all this other stuff, because one thing I know, and if you black, one thing you should know is that you do not tell women to be grateful. You're not going to get a good response out of that. Yeah, that's it. Just check out this podcast, man. This is where you want to be to listen to WNBA.
Well, we appreciate that. We definitely try to have some good information here on the WNBA. Like I said, as we continue to go forth here, I've been covering it for the last couple of years, but the coverage now.
Stephen A. Smith.
Say again?
Longer than Stephen A. Smith.
You so silly. But no, just the trajectory of WNBA is just astronomical. Like, they're definitely it's going a lot of good places, and it's been a good league for a long time, but the exposure is just making it better. And seeing these ladies compete, like, honestly, I ain't even gonna tell you no falsehood. Like, when I first started watching the WNBA, right, I used to be like, man, these, like, it's a huge difference of the skill talent from the NBA side, right? But it's really not. It's just the pace. Like, the men's pace of basketball is so much faster, so much more explosive. But like some of these women's teams play high-paced basketball too, and it's so cool to see these ladies. They be out here getting buckets. Like, these ladies don't walk in buckets. I mean, like, walking buckets, and it's like, wow, man, just be able to see these, like I said, since I've had daughters, I've translated and transitioned more to the women's sports side, just so they can be able to see, and I've learned so much. So I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying the journey, and I'm loving the the presence and the exposure that the WNBA is getting. So I'm excited for them. And back to Angel Reese, young lady just continue to do great things in her career. She early this year we spoke about how she broke WNBA rookie records. Now she's broken WNBA records, period. And to be able to have 10 plus straight double doubles in one season, and again so early in her career, and how the bars they're setting for themselves are so high, and the expectations that we're going to have going forward in their career is so grand. It's not, and it only seems like it's putting pressure on the young lady, her or Caitlin Clark, because it's like they're built for these moments. These ladies are built to be professional basketball players, and they're dominating already in such short time of their career. So I'm just super excited as they continue to go forth and play high level basketball. Also, we with Aja Wilson, I believe her streak's still going with 20 point games. Like, yeah, I think her streak is still going. So,
yeah, put some respect on her. Like, media, put some respect on Aja Wilson, dog. Y'all tripping.
Shout out a bucket, like, yeah. Let me see. I'm pretty sure her record's still going. Like, how many games she done had with 28? Yeah, because she just had 28 points last week. So, last game. So I'm pretty sure her
record. She dropped 25 when they played the Fever the other night.
No, she dropped 28. Oh, okay. I just looked it up. Yeah, know what I'm saying? Yeah, so she just on the tear, man. She's just going crazy. Like, so who knows when that record's gonna be broken? I just hope she do it every game this year. Honestly, you know what I mean? Like, freaking every game this year, you average 30 points a game almost. You know what I mean? Like, it's just awesome to see. Like I said, just be a part of this talent era of women's basketball. You know, it's just only gonna get better. Again, with the exposure, but then the young ladies who are getting like the Paige Buckner, what's her name? Out of UConn, I think it's Paige Buckner. Paige Buckner, and then like I said, the Jujus and all these young ladies who coming out of college and playing, Paige Buckers, yeah. So she's gonna be one of the next big things coming out of college. The join the league, have that type of athletic style of play, can shoot the ball well, come from prestigious program with UConn. And just like I said, the same thing with Juju when she comes and transitions to the league. And hopefully, again, I'm going to stand on this. The Atlanta Dream need to draft her. Okay, I'm just saying, and bring some swagger and back to the Dream. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Like I said, just about the WNBA's growth and the journey that I've been on with them, but the world is seeing now. It's pretty dope. So, moving back to Monday games, July 1st in the WNBA. We had the Kinetic Sun defeat the Phoenix Mercury 83-72. And we had the Seattle Storm defeat the Dallas Wings 95-71. Tuesday game, July 2nd, we had the Chicago Sky defeat the Atlanta Dream 85-77. And her streak actually hit 11 games. Angel Reese, she moved her streak to 11 games. She had another double-double against us the other day. She had 12 points and 19 rebounds. Goodness gracious.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, bro.
She be going stupid. But yeah, so the Sky defeated the Dream 85-77. The New York Liberty defeated the Minnesota Lynx 76-67. The Las Vegas Aces defeated the Indiana Fever 88-69. And the DC Mystics defeated the LA Sparks 82-80. Recap of last night's games, July 3rd, we had the Phoenix Mercury defeat the Dallas Wings 104-96. Also, before I move on, we had a young lady from the Atlanta Dream, and she actually got selected to the Olympics roster, I believe. I think she replaced Ryan Howard in the 3-versus-3 Olympic event. Give me 1 second. Let me.
You know that the women's Olympic team gonna play the All-Star team?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do that before they go off to the Olympics. Yeah, it's gonna be the women's Olympic team playing the All-Star team. So we're gonna see Caitlin Clark playing the Olympics team.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna see how. Hey. Yeah. So Letitia Amir is headed to Paris. So she's gonna be named. She was named to the Canadian roster actually. So sorry, she's gonna be playing for the Canadian team. So congratulations to her. I thought it was going to be for our team, but whatever. Still something good for her to be able to be recognized as a Canadian and go represent Atlanta and her country. So congratulations to her. Then for today's games in the WNBA, we have 2 games. One game is going to be on Prime Video tonight at 8 p.m. We're going to have the Minnesota Lynx versus the Kinetic Sun. That should be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Both of those teams have winning record. They actually have one game that's separating their win-loss record. So whoever wins tonight, the Minnesota Lynx win tonight, they can have the same record as the Kinetic Sun. If the Kinetic Sun win, they're going to just continue to be games ahead of the Minnesota Lynx. But again, that game can be seen tonight at 8 p.m. on Prime Video. And then also tonight at 10 p.m., we have the Las Vegas Aces hosting the DC Mystics at 10 p.m. tonight. For Friday game, July 5th, at 7:30 p.m. on Ion. Again, Ion TV is on Tubi, so Tubi is free to people. So if you want to check out WNBA games on Ion, please do that. Again, you can find those on Tubi. You have the Dallas Wings hosting the Atlanta Dream tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. on Ion. Following that game, you have the LA Sparks hosting the Las Vegas Aces at 10 p.m. on Ion. And then also at 10 p.m. on Ion in the Seattle region, you have the Seattle Storm hosting the Chicago Sky. So those are our games for the WNBA this week. Make sure y'all tune into the Saturday Sports Huddle to get updated information. Moving on to the NFL news. NFL news currently at the moment is not too much. So let's see what we got here.
I'm about to say I ain't heard much.
The Patriots, they extended their linebacker Jalen Tavai. Jalen Tavai, he tied for second on the team in tackles last year. So they're looking to solidify their linebacker position, and they extended the young man. Again, they gave him a 3-year extension worth up to $21 million. So congratulations to him and being able to do that and be in a position to continue to feed your family going forward in the future. Also, we had some more drama out of the 49ers camp. So again, Brandon Ayuk says he wants to stay a 49er, and but there's nothing happened right now. Nothing in stone has been made. He's looking to just really be somewhere where he wants to be, accepted. And he wants to be a 49er, but it don't seem like the 49ers want to keep him. And it seems like the Commanders camp is really in hunt for him. So we shall see. Again, we're
really
early
now?
here. Yeah, the Commanders have definitely been in talks about getting Brandon Ayuk. And I think, like I said, I think we mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but if they get this man, I think they're definitely going to be the second best team in the NFC East for sure. Just in my opinion, even with a rookie quarterback, with a rookie Heisman winning quarterback, not just a rookie quarterback, Heisman winning quarterback, and I think he's going to do well, man. And I'm excited. I'm just super excited for the football season in general. So as always, go Birds, and I'm looking forward to it. So moving on to what's happening in the wrestling. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Oh, man. So, this past Sunday we had AEW Forbidden Door, which is their annual event they've been doing the past 5 years or 4 years, however so, where it started with just AEW and New Japan, but now it's expanded to AEW, New Japan, CMLL, AAA, and a little bit of Stardom. I call it Avengers on Ice at times, but they had a pretty good card. I can't lie. I'm happy that they finished this card before 12 o'clock because they have a habit of going till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning with wrestling cards, and I find that completely ridiculous. And Will Ospreay has fallen because they had 14 matches. I'll keep it pretty sweet about the main matches that were important. They have Britt Baker came back. She actually had a mini stroke 10 months ago, and now she's back wrestling. She's fully recovered, she's healed, and she's challenging Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks, for a match at All In. She made her return at Forbidden Door. Shingo Takagi and Bryan Danielson tore down the house in the Owen Hart Cup Classic in their little tournament they have. So they tore down the house, even though Bryan won. I feel like Shingo should have won that, but I digress. Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa had another banger. I mean, whether we really like it or not, AEW has they have I don't know. Can I say they have the best women's division, or they just have the best matches? I can say they'll just have the best matches. I feel like WWE has a women's division that match them, but they have a little bit more free range about how their matches is a little bit more hard hitting, a little bit more stiff, which I appreciate. Swerve Strickland, he retained in a classic match, and I know that word classic is getting a little bit overused in wrestling today, but I don't overuse it. He had a classic match against Will Ospreay, first of many encounters, I hope. And it also legitimized Swerve's title run, as this is a legitimate champion right here, because a lot of people thought, including me for a little while, thought that Ospreay was going to basically walk in there, take that belt, and we moving on to Wembley, because he already told him, I'm looking past you. I'm looking at Wembley Stadium, bruv. So that is done. It has to wait a little bit longer. Swerve said, this is my title. This is my company. I'm the face of it. I don't care who y'all want to sign. Y'all can pay them more than me, but I'm the guy. You got to take this belt off of me. I'm going to make everybody else a star, and I'm okay with that. Somebody needs to bring some type of personal element, a little bit of a story element to this company that's just really just pushing out wrestling matches with a lack of everything else. But this week right here, though, no offense to AEW, this week right here, we got back-to-back WWE events. We got it on Saturday and Sunday. Money in the Bank from Toronto, I believe. Let me double check that. Give me 1 second. Also, because that's another thing I'll say check out, too. If you don't check out Money in the Bank on Saturday, if you don't get a chance, then they got NXT Heatwave on Sunday. That is going to be very good in my eyes, because NXT really don't put on bad pay-per-views. But yeah, Money in the Bank is going to be in Toronto, Canada this Saturday on Peacock. So if you do have Peacock, you can check that out.
Money in the Bank is the one where you get the briefcase, right? You can cash it in for the title, right?
Yep, Money in the Bank. You get the briefcase. You can cash it in for the title at any time.
Yeah. I remember that.
Hopefully we don't. Last year, the women's, they made theirs quick. They always make theirs quick. They either going to cash in the night before, or they're going to cash in within like a month or two. The payoff is very well. But for the men,
I missed the cash outs when they were like the one of the champions would fight, right? And they just got through the match, and then it's happened plenty of times. But then somebody,
they come through there, and they cash it
in and pin them, or hit them with their move or something, and pin them. Like, y'all so sweet, man. They be so soft, man. it just sets it up like, oh, the champion who used to be the champion. He's on the hunt now to get his title back, and it just has more storyline back in the day. You know what I mean? So.
Oh no, we still get that.
Correct. I just wanted to make sure I was correct. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you good. Like they got that last time with the Money in the Bank. Damian Priest didn't cash in until like the WrestleMania that just happened. And he won this last year around this time. He cashed in at the WrestleMania that just passed. Like this guy is it was kind of funny. Because, CM Punk screwed Drew McIntyre. He just won the belt, and he decided, instead of just, celebrating with the fans or whatever, this moment I've been waiting for, he said, I'm going to go over here and taunt CM Punk, and I'm going to hit the DX sign right in front of his face. And CM Punk sat here and just started beating the man down. Damian Priest came out there with a referee and took the belt. And I'm like, well, it took y'all a year, but the payoff was worth it. I just like, all right, this time around, don't take a year. But just some of the matches they can look forward to, because WWE don't do super long cards, which I think they still need to boost it up to probably about 6-7 matches. The 5-match card thing is cool for a while, but some of these matches don't need to go 30-40 minutes. Just give me like 6-7 matches and space it out, and I'll be okay with that. But the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's is Jey Uso versus Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade versus Chad Gable versus LA Knight and versus Drew McIntyre, who is the odds-on favorite in my eyes. He just sat here and beat down CM Punk about 2 weeks ago to prevent him from getting in the way of all of his future endeavors, but that's going to change. CM Punk probably going to cost him here and not let him get that Money in the Bank briefcase, or he's going to let him get it and cost him afterwards. Then you have the women's Money in the Bank, and those matches be good too. Io Sky versus Chelsea Green versus Lyra Valkyrie versus Tiffany Stratton, who I feel like is probably going to win, versus Naomi and versus Zoe Stark. Damian Priest is taking on Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, and if Seth Rollins loses, he can't challenge for the belt as long as Damian Priest is champion. But if Seth Rollins wins, Damian Priest is out of the Judgment Day, if I'm correct. But the interesting thing about that is Seth Rollins ain't supposed to be here right now. Like, when I say he ain't supposed to be here, he had a knee injury, and that knee injury's been going on for a while. He finished out WrestleMania, and they said he was going to be on the shelf for like 9 months. It's only been 3 months, and he's back and cleared. Like, these guys are on another level. There's a documentary on Peacock as well where they was talking about the recovery of Seth Rollins. This is like a couple years ago. I actually got to see how hard these guys really train to come back early from injury. But it's another level, bro. It's a whole nother beast and a whole nother animal. The way they train to come back early from these injuries that really supposed to have you down for 9 to 12 months. Yeah, then we got, oh boy, this 6. Man. Yep, that's a fact. Because, John Cena, every time he tore his pec, he back in like 2 months. I find that crazy. We got this 6-man match. This going to be wild right here. Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa. Well, they probably going to use the Freebird rules. Have you heard of a group called the Freebirds? Yeah, the Freebirds is way back in the day. That's like my pop's day. Like that was with the Von Erichs, Ric Flair. The Freebirds was back then. They had Michael Hayes, and I'm so mad I can't remember the other ones. But Michael Hayes stick out to me because I met him at a Bed Bath & Beyond a couple years ago.
Okay.
So that sticks out to me. But they had this rule they called the Freebird rule. So when they was tag team champions, any of the 3 could come together to be the tag team. It didn't have to be the 2 that won the belt. So I believe the Bloodline's going to use the Freebird rule. And I'm hoping that, Jacob Fatu is in this match. If not, he's still going to wreak havoc. But it's Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa most likely with Jacob Fatu sitting outside the ring. But I'm hoping that Jacob just jumps in the match.
Yeah, that guy's electric, yeah. He need to be definitely in the ring.
Yeah, and then we got, this is potential show stealer right here. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. That's the 5 matches they got going down for Money in the Bank. And then Sunday, they have Heat Wave. And that's for NXT. NXT is still a WWE promotion. People call it developmental, but I'm like, okay, yeah, it's developmental, but you can't really tell by these matches that they're having and the fact that they're selling out pay-per-views with a developmental brand. Like, when you're selling out pay-per-views with a developmental brand, you can't really call it developmental no more in my eyes.
Yeah.
This is just a third brand because you're mixing in the old talent, but then you still keeping it fresh and young, bringing in all the young talent and letting them wrestle. But yeah, you selling out pay-per-views. Okay. Developmental companies don't sell out pay-per-views. Developmental brands don't sell out pay-per-views. But they have their card for this Sunday, and it's on Peacock as well. I believe they're also going to Canada as well. And this card is as This card is as follow. We got Carmen Petrovic and Ariana Grace versus JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. NXT Tag Team titles are on the line. Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus Chase U. I really wish they'll take this mask off of Axiom and turn him back to A-Kid. I'll tell anybody, don't let the size fool you. Go back and watch some of his matches on NXT UK. He is, and I still stand on it, and I posted it on Twitter years ago. This is the best pure wrestler in this game in the WWE. AK is the best pure wrestler. I hope they take the mask off one day. Man has $1 million face, a face that'll sell seats and put butts in the seats and get people talking. So like, I hope we get rid of this one day. It's fine, but let's get rid of it. Yeah, NXT NXT Women's North American Championship. Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka. Kalani was the first champion, and she's going to try to pave the way and bring, the legitimacy of what this title was supposed to be, which is basically going to be like the workhorse championship for the woman. This is all going to lead to them finally giving out a women's intercontinental championship. So just look out for that in like the next year or so. We got North American champion Obafemi. Obafemi's a beast, dog. I don't know where they found him personally, but he came in and he picked this up like it is nothing. You think of probably like, M'Baku from Black Panther?
Yeah.
Think of M'Baku if he was a wrestler. This is pretty much Obafemi. Like he got the fans, they be sitting there when he come out, they be sitting there, ooh. I'm like, this is crazy, dog. He got the people talking. He know how to use his words and how to space them out. Like, he can move in the ring. Big guy that can move in the ring. You gotta love it. But yeah, North American champion Obafemi versus Wesley. Wesley's coming back off a serious back injury. He been back for about a month now, and he wants his title back. But Oma said this your last shot at this belt. And normally when someone says this your last shot at this belt, you're probably about to get that belt taken. So Wesley probably going to be champion, but I don't know. I feel like Obafemi title reign should go on forever. Go on until you find someone that, you can just create another star out of, because Wesley is already a star in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have the NXT Women's Championship. I have become excited for this match as of Tuesday because that promo sold it for me. Lola Vice sold that promo, and I've never really been a fan of, like, I don't want to say get too emotional as far as our past and everything, as far as how we get to this point and all the sacrifices. But I know it's a part of the game. I always tell my girl one thing. I said, when I make it, I know I'm going to cry because I know everything I put in to get here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Lola Vice told that girl, she said, I may be in your world, but when I knock you out, you're not going to know what world you in. I'm like, bro, that's a line. Like, that sells seats. I want to see this match now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice. That is going to be an underrated match on the card that could outdo and overshine. Lola Vice is about to become a star. I don't think she's going to win it yet, but at the rate she's going, she is trying to be the best MMA athlete turned wrestler. And I think she can possibly do it. Her legacy is going to outshine Ronda Rousey's in professional wrestling, so people might as well get ready for it. And your main event is a fatal four-way, my dad's least favorite match of all, the fatal four-way. We have the NXT champion on the line. NXT championship is on the line. Trick Williams versus Javon Evans, a.k.a. the young OG. Ethan Page and Shawn Spears. So that fatal four-way should be very good. Trick is probably going to retain, but I always feel like when I see fatal four-ways, you don't want someone to be the fall guy, and we're trying to protect the talent. That's kind of how I look at fatal four-ways now, especially since, with the wrestling world, they don't let everybody in on the business. And final thing, MJF as of last night has turned heel again, but I never thought he wasn't a heel again since he's came back. But he's made it official. He beat down Daniel Garcia after his match, which I feel like should have probably went longer. It could have been a lot better. It was okay. It's not the best thing I've seen of Will Ospreay or Daniel Garcia, but yeah, that match right there happened for the International Championship. AEW names their belts kind of similar to WWE's, but they want it to stand out. So whatever, it is what it is. You like it, I love it, or whatever you want to call it. But MJF turned heel, kicked Daniel Garcia in the area,
In the hoo-has.
In the hoo-has. There you go. Yeah, he kicked Daniel Garcia in the hoo-has, then proceeded to make him bleed and bust his head open with the dynamite diamond ring. So we have heel MJF again, which nobody should be surprised. And final take, AEW, Tony Khan, do something about your commentary team, because they're not making me excited for these moments like they should. But that's everything that's going on in wrestling. You can catch those two WWE pay-per-views back-to-back nights, Saturday and Sunday on Peacock. Money in the Bank starts at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Kickoff show starts at 6:30. And then on Sunday, NXT Heatwave starts at 8 o'clock. Kickoff show starts at 7:30.
All righty. So now the end of our sports huddle today will be some recognition in the Olympics world. So the Olympics, the Summer Olympics is kicking off later on this month, July 26th through so from Friday, July 26th, 2024 through Sunday, August 11th, 2024 will be the full Olympic Games in Paris this year. Shout out to the young man Quincy Wilson. He is the first ever teenage Olympian, basically. Well, not teenage, but like 18, 19-year-olds compete in Olympics. But the first
16.
ever minor teenager. He's a 16-year-old Olympian. He's going to be on the 4x4 track team. So I'm super excited for that young man and the heights he's risen to and the work ethic he's shown that he has already at such a young age. And he hasn't even hit his prime yet of his body. So I think this young man, Quincy Wilson, has a bright future. And y'all going to be hearing his name a lot as he continues to go forth. And he's going to win a lot of gold medals. So that's what we have right now currently from today's Sports Huddle. We definitely, as always, it's a pleasure for y'all tuning in and being here with us. Again, be on the lookout for things that are coming forth in the future. Again, with live videos, recorded video podcasts, all that type of stuff. So, again, as always, it's a pleasure. We love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves. Have a blessed today. Give God glory for today. And let's make the best of it. Until next time, peace.
Peace.